Hi, good morning. Welcome to Curiosity Corner Live on this Friday morning. My name is Kaylee, and I'm a guest engagement specialist here at the Great Lakes Science Center, where we are going to give you at 10:30 every day Monday through Friday, these awesome videos, these live videos of very cool things in science, either DIY projects, really cool demonstrations from the museum, or honestly, just really great topics about science. Hi, Anthony. Thank you for joining us. I hope yesterday you really enjoyed the episode with Team Leonore. They gave us an episode about space food and celebration. I'm a part of Apollo 11. So that's why I'm bringing you a little episode about eclipses. And we're going to get started really, really soon. Just want to wait a little bit till some other people join us. But Anthony, have you ever seen an eclipse before? Or ever heard of one? We had one pretty recently. If not, I'm going to try to pull up a picture. Good morning, Isaac. So, if you've never seen an eclipse before, I'm going to show you. It's not as cool, but this is what an eclipse will look like. Don't mind my reflection there, but that is something like a total eclipse. So we're going to talk about two types of eclipse that occur in outer space. So an eclipse is most simply defined as a celestial object passing through another's shadow. So I'm going to explain that a little bit better. How about I take these two balls here, and then I turn on the little light of mine on, and then I act as the sun. Okay, let's say the celebration of the home opener today. We'll say Cleveland, my whole world. This will be Earth, okay? This ball right here is Earth. And then this ball right here, this will be the moon. Okay, it's smaller. So let's think about that. So how does Earth move around in outer space? Does it all just float randomly in there? So the Earth here, the Earth moves around the sun. Do that best as I can. So it orbits around the sun here, and our moon takes about a month to orbit around the sun. So if I do this, I look kind of crazy, but pretend that this ball here is always orbiting around me, and then the moon is also orbiting around our Earth. And then soon, sometimes these objects in the universe will line up perfectly, or in ways that we're able to see them change different shapes on Earth. So I'm going to talk a little bit about a lunar eclipse first. So a lunar eclipse can occur in umbra. So I'm going to show you a couple different ways that you might have seen a lunar eclipse before. So you know how you've seen different phases of the moon before? Okay, well, sometimes when it lines up perfectly, like this here, I'll show you. In a lunar eclipse, the sun, the Earth, and then you have the moon. So the moon is actually getting Earth's shadow from the sun. So this shadow casts in two different ways. It occurs in umbra, which casts a large shadow. So it occurs like this, outwards past Earth and almost outwards towards the sun. And sometimes, depending on where the moon is placed, because in orbit, it moves a little higher and lower around Earth, it can create these partial lunar eclipses. Now, when it creates a perfect alignment and in the right position on Earth, you can see these total eclipses. And do you see what color that is? Can someone tell me the color that they see there for that total eclipse? Total lunar eclipse. Isaac says, I will get a full solar eclipse on my birthday. That's amazing, Isaac. That's really, really exciting. You better plan, and I hope you can find the perfect spot. You can actually look online and follow along and see when exactly. I'm sure that's how you figure it out, but you can see exactly when you can see that perfect position. And I'll talk a little bit about that really soon. So you can see that total blackout that might occur on Earth. So in our lunar eclipse, we get in that umbra. That's how we see that red blood moon that Anthony talks about. Great job, Anthony. I'm glad you heard about that term. That one's a little bit newer to some people. But yeah, you get this reddish tint. So it appears red on Earth when it gets this dark shadow here. It's a dark, narrow shadow that when it hits, we sometimes are able to see from the wavelengths. It appears as if it appears from the scattered light as if it is red. From our eyes, it'll appear different shades of red. So yeah, that's why they call it a blood moon or a red moon. So I'm going to show you those again really fast before I go into showing you a little bit about what Isaac was talking about, which will occur on his birthday, that total eclipse there, like right in the middle. So it's a really cool natural occurrence that we're able to see, but it's very dangerous for our eyes to see, right? So you have to have either special glasses, or you can make some cool machines, some cool glasses at home that can protect your eyes because it's still sunlight. So this is more of the way it would occur. So you see this Earth's orbit around the sun, little me, little lot of mine, and then the sun, the moon as it's orbiting around will perfectly align here. So that's how you get your total eclipse. Say we're in Cleveland. Wah! That's why the Cavs haven't hired me yet. But so say I got Cleveland facing me, and say we're in Cleveland, we would get that total blackout if the moon is in that perfect position and alignment. We would be able to see that really cool speckled eclipse that I kind of drew out here. But there's other solar eclipses too. So we have an annular where the moon is at a bit of a distance. So you kind of get more of like a brim of sunlight around when the moon perfectly aligns. You also get the same partial, like the lunar eclipse, when sometimes when the moon is orbiting in those different, orbiting higher or lower than the Earth's position, sometimes it can occur more partial than the others. And then finally you get that awesome Isaac's birthday, super special day, that total eclipse there. That you got to be in the perfect spot in Earth to get that total blackout that I'm talking about. But you just got to be in the perfect alignment and a perfect spot on Earth to be able to see that eclipse in that speckled way. But you also have to have the safety of some eye protection to be able to see it. But you can also make it at home, and that's why I want to talk about our DIY challenge in a little bit. But you can use something like a flashlight here, act as our sun. Sorry to flash it. And then you got a little bit of a coin. I have a cologne in, but you can use a quarter or a $50. Come on around, point that there. Ooh, look at the sunshine. Look at the sunshine. All right. Now here we go. Moon's doing its orbit. Boom. So what type of eclipse we see here? A little bit like our annular. Actually occurs more like that, right to left. Woo. Now for our DIY challenge today, I would like you to try to create your own lunar or solar eclipses right at home. You can use models, you can use balls like I did, you can use a flashlight and a quarter, cologne, whatever you like, or you can be even more creative than me. I would love to see it and post it with hashtag Stay Curious CLE, Stay Curious Cleveland for sure. So I can see everything that you guys make and we can share it and everyone can get inspired and have a good time. So tell us about your favorite eclipse. I'm so happy you guys joined us. Next week, we're going to be highlighting some awesome things from Camp Curiosity. So make sure you come in and join us. Oh, and also, if you want to join us as a camper, you can just You can look at some of the details online. We're going until August 14th. Go on our website at www.greatscience.com. Boom, right there. And you can check out all the things we've been doing. And especially if you tune in on Monday, we're going to talk about 10 security structures. Yeah. So we're going to be join us all week. I know I'm going to be talking about spy and forensics tools, and I'm really excited to talk about that. So join us all week. Can't wait to see you. Stay curious, Cleveland. See you. Happy opener! Woo!